This Saturday, March 22nd, 12 p.m., the Florida Real Estate Career Fair is happening in Tampa. This event is for anyone interested in starting or advancing their Florida real estate career. So if you're brand new or you're a Tampa School of Real Estate alumni going all the way back to 2007, we want to see you at this event this Saturday. We're going to have food, we're going to have drinks, we're going to have prizes. Everybody who registers in advance, and we have free registration still available online at floridarealestatecareerfair.com. If you get registered in advance, you're going to get a copy for 1 year access of the FAR As Is contract course. So for 1 year, you'll have full access to this complete training program and understanding line by line, clause by clause, paragraph by paragraph, blank by blank, the Florida Real Estate FAR As Is contract. And this is the most commonly used contract in real estate, so you'll get that for coming out to the event. Just get pre-registered, floridarealestatecareerfair.com, put in your name, email, and phone number, easy as that. But in addition to the free course, we're also hosting a giveaway to one lucky attendee that's going to win our video-on-demand course to get a real estate license or a Tampa School of Real Estate gift card that you could credit towards anything in our catalog. So one lucky winner is going to get that grand prize, and that is another reason you should come out. But the main reason you should come is, again, if you're wanting to start or advance your real estate career, the main event, the main showcase is the vendors that will have in attendance at this event, recruiters for top real estate brokerage firms in the Tampa Bay area. From vacation ownership to residential sales, commission splits with teams to 100% brokerage operations, and all kinds of different options in between. Come to this event because there is no other place that you'll be able to come and talk to multiple recruiters from multiple agencies and really compare them side by side. Now, if you are serious about joining one of these firms, you may want to set a follow-up appointment to actually come meet them at their office, to come sign whatever agreement or paperwork to join on with them officially if you already have your real estate license and you're looking to take that next step with them. But there's going to be great prizes and goodies and all kinds of things that the sponsors are also bringing as well. But the main thing is, again, finding out about these opportunities. So dress to impress. Come to the career fair ready to impress these recruiters at these firms, even if you are brand new. You know, this event is a very safe space. I don't even like using words like that, but it really is, because if you're new and you don't really know about real estate, this is the perfect place to come to ask those questions, because this is a room you could put yourself in with people that are going to be far beyond the experience that you have in real estate, even if you are just getting started, whether that's from the real estate instructors, the recruiters, the brokers, and just the attendees of this event, because again, we have alumni in this area that go all the way back to when we started in 2007 here at the Tampa School of Real Estate. We want you to become one of our next success stories. If real estate is something that you're interested in pursuing, if you're interested in advancing your career, maybe you had your license before and it didn't quite work out. You didn't have the right guidance, you didn't have the right situation, you weren't at the right firm for you. It's okay to start over. It's okay to start again. Even if you've lost your real estate license and you maybe see the interest rates dropping and the real estate market picking up again, that you're interested in reactivating your real estate license. You're not alone. We have many people that come back through our doors saying, you know, I should have never let my license go. It's okay, it happens, but remember, it's really easy to maintain that license, and call us up if you do need help maintaining that license, because we could get you through that renewal requirement super easy so you don't find yourself in the boat of having to get licensed again. But if you do have to get licensed again, remember, it's always easier a second or third time around as well. But the continuing education requirement, super easy. We'll talk about that. Call us up, 813-333-2676 if you have any questions. But first, big shout out to our sponsors helping us put this event on here. Let's talk about Mark Spain Real Estate, a huge real estate firm that probably one of the more recognizable names that are on here, Travel and Leisure. And this is a great opportunity, especially if you're interested in travel and leisure with vacation ownership. We've got Trinity Real Estate Group is going to be here in attendance, Dydrick Home Solutions with Epic Realty Group, Impact Realty. J Media is going to be photographing the event, real estate photography services provided by them. So definitely ask some questions, get their contact info. So when you have a listing and you want to get some nice photos done, definitely reach out to them. Fingerprints by LiveScan, so that way you can get fingerprinted in case you do need to get your real estate license. We'll have the fingerprinting vendor on site to be able to get that done for you. Tampa School of Real Estate, of course, will be there in attendance with our latest offering, TSRE Plus, and I'll tell you a little bit more about that at the end of this video. But again, thank you and big shout out to all the sponsors that are helping us put on this event and really showcasing the opportunities they have to provide to real estate professionals. So come to this event, come meet these recruiters, come make some connections. Don't just meet the recruiters, make a goal to also make a connection with at least a few people. Set yourself a personal goal, a personal number of the amount of connections it is that you want to make at this event, and stay at the event until you hit your goal. Whether that's connections with experienced real estate professionals, people that just got a real estate license, or whatever your goal may be, this is a great event to be able to expand your sphere of influence, to expand your network, to expand the amount of connections that you have. And the more well-connected you are, the better you can succeed in this industry. That's the one common denominator that is not necessarily, well, it is a prerequisite, because if you don't have a buyer and seller, if you don't have a connection to one of those two, who are you helping buy or sell? Maybe you're just helping yourself, but the thing is, when you work with others, when you have a team of people, even if that isn't an official team, you could accomplish so much more than what you can do on your own. So come to, again, shake some hands, because you might have heard a phrase before that I really like. I don't know who came up with this one. If you know, let me know in the comments. But the more hands you shake, the more money you make. The more hands you shake, the more money you make. So come to this event, set a goal of how many hands you want to shake, and come shake those hands. If you're brand new to real estate, the reason why so many people are interested in real estate are for these reasons right here. Number one isn't money. It's actually the ability to control your schedule, which kind of ties in with be your own boss, but I would definitely list that as number 3 in what people are after. Because the only reason they usually want to be their own boss is to be able to make their own schedule, to work when and how much they want, to be able to put their foot on the gas as much as they want. Now, putting your foot on the gas is going to take some input on your part. Usually when you're starting out, that's an input of time. But there's also ways, as you grow this into more of a business, that input might not just be time. It could be an input of money. Maybe money in place of time. Instead of you out knocking on doors, you're maybe spending money to send postcards or do a digital marketing campaign. And that's where you have the flexibility to design this career as you see fit. And the lucrative earnings, the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, from just even a single commission. Because let's say that commission is 3%, you could do the math. What is 3% of whatever dollar amount of a home or commercial property or business or agricultural property or industrial property? Because your real estate license allows you to sell any of those. Now, typically, you'll want to specialize in a certain area, and then you refer business out for things that are outside of your area of specialization, because you could fumble through a commercial deal if you've never done one before, but the likelihood of you making an error and disappointing your client and this ultimately being less lucrative than if you had just referred this to somebody who has the experience, who has the connections, who has the tools, who has the know-how to get a commercial deal done if you've never done one before. So that's where a referral makes a lot more sense than you learning a whole nother entire line of real estate. Too many times I see new agents make that mistake specifically because they're not too firm and confident in where they actually want to be in real estate, so they're kind of all over the place. And until you really understand and know what it is that you want out of real estate and who you want to be as it relates to real estate, are you confident enough to be at that level to say, hey, look, I'm a specialist in high-end luxury residential condos. Maybe I sell a single-family home because that's not too different, but do I sell a commercial plaza? You might get distracted by the $3, $4, $5, $10 million price tag, and you might start doing the math. You might start pulling out your Tampa School Real Estate Calculator and saying, oh, wow, $10 million here at 3%. Wow, that could be $300,000 in commission. Why wouldn't I want to do that? Well, because are you competent and qualified enough to handle a $10 million commercial deal? technically by state law, with an active real estate license, the state of Florida says, yes, you're competent and qualified. But are you really competent and qualified enough to be able to get that deal across the finish line? Because that $300,000 commission there, that is contingent upon it closing. You land this massive listing, but let's say you don't get it sold, you don't make any money off of that. So it's important to know where you could succeed, to know where you can win, and to be able to refer that business to somebody who can also win, but in that different lane. Because commercial real estate, completely different than residential real estate, completely different set of tools, but if that's something you're interested in, it could absolutely be pursued. It just requires different specialization, different knowledge, but it doesn't require any other type of real estate license. So real estate is truly what you make of it, but regardless of what type of real estate you're doing, according to Glassdoor.com, very reputable website as relates to employment and salaries, says that the median income that they have on file, it's actually $218,000 the last time I checked this. But even if it's $216,000, that's still pretty good. Now that is median. That does not necessarily mean that that's what you're guaranteed the moment you get your real estate license. But if you build this up to a respectable real estate business, to be able to fall in line with these statistics, you'll fall somewhere in this range. And you could even build this more than that. I personally know real estate agents that are making over $1 million a year in commission. Crazy, but 100% doable, especially as the price tag of the homes. When I think of these agents off the top of my head, they all do luxury home sales. Luxury, because now we're talking $1 million, $2 million, $3 million for every transaction. And you might think that sounds like a ton of money, but when you start getting closer to 10 million, that's where we're really talking a lot of money, very tip top of the iceberg. Yes, there's not as many people that can afford a $2 million home as there could afford a $500,000 home, but those transactions are absolutely still out there. And if you want to be a luxury specialist, you specialize in luxury real estate, luxury residential, whether that is high rises or townhomes or single family homes or whatever it may be, you could do that. And let's say you do have somebody that is a first time home buyer, you should have no problem being able to refer that out to somebody. Somebody competent and qualified to be able to handle that first time home buyer. Now, if you've got time for them and it fits into your business model, that's up to you. But when it doesn't fit into your business model, when you don't have time, when it's not part of your specialization, that's where it's essential to have referral connections that you know can get this deal done, that you could trust to be able to come home with your 25% or whatever your cut is that you agreed to. Maybe this deal is pretty teed up, and that's where you might have a 50% agreement, where you're going to get half of the commission because you got this ready to go, but look, I need somebody on point taking this across the finish line. That's the magic of referrals. And there are several agents that only operate in a referral capacity, meaning they don't do any real estate themselves. They might not even know how, given the opportunity. They may have never even done a transaction on their own, but that won't stop you from being an exceptional referral agent. Because to be an exceptional referral agent, you just have to be well connected on both sides. On the client side, so wherever you're being able to be connected with people, whether that's in a club, a church, some sort of organization you're a part of, wherever you could access groups of people, they all need a place to live. Or maybe if you're in commercial real estate or one of those other specializations, the places those people are may be more specific. But residential real estate, everyone needs a place to live. So if you know people, you can make the connection, the referral of that person to a trusted real estate professional who is licensed and qualified, and in exchange for that referral, you earn, let's say, 25%. You refer that out on a per lead basis or you make a set agreement with somebody even. The sky is the limit of how you could build this into, but if you want to just do this on a part-time basis and just be able to monetize your connections, that's the name of the game with being just a referral agent as opposed to a full-service agent where you're actually servicing the client. So how you want to design your real estate career, that is up to you, but it might lead to some questions. And that's why we'll have instructors at attendance at this event. So if you want to ask a Florida Real Estate Commission certified instructor, hey, can I do this? Is this legal? Is this something possible? That's who you'll want to talk to. If you've got questions about your exam, passing that, renewal requirements, that's who you'll want to talk to. The Tampa School of Real Estate Advisors as well are also going to be great contacts to have, because even if they're not an instructor, every single one of our advisors is that close to being as knowledgeable as some of these instructors that we've got here at Tampa School of Real Estate. And that's not saying anything about our instructors, it's saying something about our advisors and how well-versed they may be. So come and ask those questions to the instructors, to the advisors, but talk to the real deal as well, because if you want to be a referral agent, go find yourself a referral agency. Talk to the recruiters, find out what it's about working with their firm. Is it a full-time opportunity? Is it a part-time? Is it either or? Is it something where you would need to join the Association of Realtors? You'll be able to fact find and gather this data and information of real-world opportunities, and even if your dream brokerage isn't at this event, you'll have a better basis and understanding of what else is out there to compare against any other brokerages that you'll also be talking to and interviewing. Because you could always make an appointment directly to a broker, but no place else can you go and talk to 5 or 6 brokers in one place, in one room, in less than an hour. In less than 20 minutes if you're just having quick conversations and just making contacts, really. So this is only a 2-hour event. It's not long, but it is designed to be short, concise, and again, a great opportunity for networking and expanding your sphere of influence. Huge networking opportunities. We will have food and drinks there, so always also giving you something to do. That always helps make networking a little bit easier. We'll be giving the license course away, the online video on demand course to get your real estate license, or a credit towards anything in the TSRE catalog. One lucky winner is going to be drawn as the winner for that. And everyone who's pre-registered is going to get that FAR/BAR as is contract course just for showing up as well as being pre-registered. So get yourself registered now if you're not already. FloridaRealEstateCareerFair.com is the website. Again, that's FloridaRealEstateCareerFair.com. So get yourself pre-registered, because if you want to get 12 months access to this course at no charge, this is something you get with our TSRE Plus Pro bundle. So if you've already got that, you'll have this course. Still come to the Career Fair for everything else. But if you're just getting started, or you just got your real estate license, if you're not yet a master of this FAR/BAR as is contract, this training is going to help you significantly. Because when you're ready to either put in an offer on a property on behalf of a client, or explain an offer to a client if you're working on the seller side, this is what's going to help you understand the basics of what this contract is. How you would fill this out if you were to submit an offer, and there's actually a sample in there as well that you could fill out and really build your confidence and be able to get offers. And why are offers so important? Because whether you're giving offers or receiving offers, offers are the keys to a contract, which is the key to a commission. Technically key to a closing, and the closing equals our commission. But without this contract, we have no deal. There has to be a deal between a buyer and a seller, and this is the agreement that's used in 99.9% of residential transactions. So this you get free 12-month access to, that FAR/BAR as is contract, but this is the grand prize right here. So get registered, same deal, registered and show up, attend the event, get checked in at the front desk. They'll have a name tag waiting for you there. Get yourself checked in, and you'll be entered to win this course or a credit towards anything in our catalog. So if you want to upgrade to an in-person class, you can apply the credit towards that. If you need post-licensing, continuing education, or you want to gift this to a friend because you've already made your dreams come true with real estate and all you've got is continuing education left, whatever the case may be, definitely take advantage of coming to this event, because you might be the lucky winner. We're hoping this is going to be somebody who is brand new to real estate and you've just been trying to make it work, but that initial investment to get your real estate license maybe seems a little out of reach right now. That's who we're really hoping is going to win this. And that just may be the case. If that's you, you will it hard enough, you manifest it hard enough, I don't know. It is an automatically generated thing that picks the winner here, so there's maybe something that you could put out into the universe. I don't know. I'm no doctor. I just teach real estate. But positive thinking will go a long way. Won't take you all the way there. There's usually some input that's also required on your part beyond the positive thinking, but that positive thinking puts the basis that makes everything, almost everything, possible. If it is possible through positive thinking. But without positive thinking, it makes almost all things impossible. Because if you don't have that positivity, that belief, it's hard to get behind something. And that's where the career fair can really benefit you if you're just getting started, you're early on, and maybe you're skeptical about real estate. And maybe it's not even skepticism. Maybe it's just you're confused. You don't really understand how it works, or maybe you'll be able to go tour one of these offices after you meet one of these recruiters here to really get the feel for it, to really understand what real estate could be for you. Because the clearer you start to see that vision, the easier it will be for you to achieve that vision. When you could see it clearly in your mind, that's when it's that much easier to make it a reality. But if you can't see it, if it's all still a blur, that makes it hard to turn this into something successful. So that's where business planning is really important. You learn about that in post-licensing, but really aligning yourself with the right opportunity is essential to achieving that success. So FloridaRealEstateCareerFair.com, name, email, and phone number. That's all you got to do. It's free. Limited free registration. We're over 100 people registered for this right now. We're 3 days out. I think we're still going to be able to keep this open until Saturday, but you don't want to chance this. So put your name, email, and phone number on this list here. If you can't make it, just text us and let us know. But get on this list. So that way we can reserve a spot. So that way if you can make it this Saturday, 12 to 2 p.m., and you're not going to want to miss this event. I'm trying to hype this up the best I can, but really the best thing to do is really to attend this, to shake the hands, because like I said earlier, the more hands you shake, the more money you make. We're right here, very centrally located in our main headquarters location. We're on the second floor, but don't worry, because there is an elevator, a fully functional, full-service elevator to take you up to the second floor. Or we got good old-fashioned stairs if you're looking to climb those up. So those are fine. Either way you want to get up here, stairs, elevator, it is available. We're on the second floor. The elevator is in the back of the building. If you're looking for that, the stairs are on the side. If you've been here to attend classes before, that is where this is being hosted at. So maybe it's been some time since you've been in the classroom. Maybe it's been some time since you, maybe it hasn't been. Maybe you just graduated a class that ended last week. Maybe you're an online student who's never set foot in the headquarters location before. Come check out the campus store. Come get yourself a hoodie. Get yourself a wristband, little thermos, maybe a calculator. Come check it out. Come take a picture. Come take a picture on one of the Tampa School of Real Estate signs. Say, hey, this is the place where I got my start in real estate, or where I advanced my career, or where I met that recruiter that helped me change everything. Now, one quick thing I want to share with you is TSRE Plus. So I mentioned earlier about making it easier to access our courses. One lucky winner is going to win that video on demand program. But this is something new that is quickly becoming our most popular way to advance your real estate career at Tampa School of Real Estate here. Because it's taking our best-selling online, on-demand video courses and allowing you to access them 24/7 for as long as you need. This is a month-to-month membership program, so you can cancel at any time if you feel like you're not getting value from this. But ultimately, our goal with this here is to provide you the training and education that you need to achieve unprecedented levels of success in your real estate career. And that starts with the courses to get your real estate license. The pre-licensing, this is what you need to get your real estate license. This is the course we're giving away 12 months access to one lucky winner attending this career fair. But if you've already taken this course and you just need to pass your exam, that's where the Pass First Try exam prep tools really narrow down the information that's needed to know for the exam. With a TSRE Pro membership, you have access to not just both of these if you're going through the licensing process still, but also post-licensing, video on demand, 24/7, anytime, any place. As soon as you're licensed, you go in and you start doing this. So you can start building out a business plan to execute. Because when you have a business plan, it becomes a lot more clear of what the next steps are. When you have that vision clearly painted out, that's where you could really start to now lay out the steps to achieve that vision. And that's where business planning comes in. And this entire course is much more focused on real-world topics rather than just understanding the basics of a contract. Here you're talking about presenting offers. Here you're covering prospecting techniques, lead generation, time management, things that are much more applicable to running a real estate business compared to the laws and rules that are the focus up here. Because if you can't get the laws and rules down, it's going to make it very difficult to pass the state exam. You need a 75% to pass the exam. It's multiple choice, but they make these laws and rules, they twist them around and make them a little tricky to make you really second guess yourself. So confidence is key, but specifically confidence in the laws, the legal knowledge confidence. That's what's going to help get you that state exam passed. And then once you get past that, you move into post-licensing. You start focusing on, how do I build out my business plan? What are the ways I'm going to generate leads? Am I going to use referral partners and then I got to go find them? I've got to go network with other agents, find some referral agents that could feed me some business in exchange for, again, 20, 30, whatever percentage you agree to. And so now you're basically allowing them to earn that 20, 30% in exchange for them providing you the lead. That's if you're a full service agent. But you could also, your business plan could be the referral agent, especially if you've got a lot of connections and maybe you're not as interested, or maybe you don't have time in actually practicing real estate, but you want to be able to monetize the connection because maybe you do have some knowledge about real estate. You're watching this, so obviously you know a thing or two, because this is not just basic stuff we cover on here. We get into some more advanced topics that these videos alone give you a knowledge above the general public. And so you can now leverage that knowledge with a real estate license, but again, doing it from a referral capacity allows you to sit back and collect that 20 to 30%, whatever you agree to, of the total commission when that transaction gets closed by the full service agent that's going to be doing the deal. So you really start to lay out the logistics of how you're going to make money in real estate in post-licensing. I did myself such a disservice when I got started in real estate because I did not do this course right away because I thought it was just going to be laws and rules all over again. But boy, was I surprised when I actually took this course right before my renewal deadline, because if you don't get this done, if you don't get these 45 hours in by your first renewal deadline, the Florida Real Estate Commission takes away your license like that. Null and void on midnight, and we got a renewal deadline coming up here on March 31st. So come April 1st at midnight, so the moment the clock strikes midnight, from 11:59 on March 31st to midnight on April 1st, that next minute over there. So if you don't have this done by 11:59 on March 31st or whatever your renewal deadline is, the next day it's null and void. And so I waited to the last minute because I was skeptical about this course. I thought it was going to be laws and rules, but I was also skeptical about real estate. Because I didn't go to a career fair. I kind of just, haphazardly tumbled my way into basically quitting my job and joining this brokerage and so on and so forth. But I learned a lot of stories that you'll hear me explain far greater detail in other videos. But today I really want to stay focused on just what this content is, because my story, although it may be inspiring, it may be motivating, it's not necessarily your story. Your story is what your story is, what you make of it. But you got to have a plan for it. Otherwise, your story will just end up being whatever it is, unless you have a plan and you're taking intentional actions to build that career that you're ultimately after. And once you do that, you have career development, continuing education that you do every 2 years. And this is super simple, 30-question open book exam, not even really any course hours that you have to do if you're just doing that 30-question open book exam option for this. So it's very easy to complete, and it helps you stay up to date on what those law changes are, some principle and practice updates, some ethical updates. There's so much that's law, 3 hours of law, 3 hours of ethics, but the remaining 8 hours are electives of whatever it is that you want to learn about to meet those hours. So we have a very easy 30-question open book exam that's going to allow you to accomplish all of that, and you get access to that with your TSRA Pro membership. But here's where Pro really sets itself apart. We also have a select membership. So if you only want to get access to one course, you can actually do that right now with the introductory offer of only $47 a month. Whether that's the exam prep tools, the actual course to get the real estate license, the post-licensing, the continuing education, that $47 base select plan will allow you to access one of those courses. But with the Pro plan, you're getting all of these courses plus access to all of these Pro exclusives. So here's that bonus you get at the career fair, but the career fair, it only gives you 12-month access. which is a pretty big deal. I mean, this course on its own, it's a $100 value, $97 for this right here. So this is a really great program, and this alone is the reason well worth coming to the career fair just to be able to get this for 12 months for free. But with your pro plan, you don't have to worry about coming to the career fair. You absolutely still should. But either way, you'll still have access to this program here because this is really the most detailed training we have on this contract to get a deal under contract so you could earn a commission. Because this is the prerequisite most of the time to a closing. If we're talking about residential real estate, it's this specific document that's used 99.9% of the time. Not an official statistics, but I'd put money on it that it is 99.9% of the time that's the agreement that's being used. So when you actually get to the closing table or want to get to the closing table, you'll know how to go through that contract. But how do you get even a lead? How do you even generate more business? Well, one of the things that you do learn about in post-licensing is prospecting to for sale by owners. These are people that are already trying to sell their property on their own, but the reality is statistics and studies have shown that real estate professionals are able to get typically between 10 to 30% more compared to a for sale by owner doing this on their own. So if your cost is, let's say, 6% to be able to cover 3% for you, as well as offer out 3% to a buyer's agent, so that way the buyer doesn't have to dip into their pocket to pay a commission. So we call it 6%, maybe 5%, maybe 7%. It's negotiable. You negotiate whatever you want. But if we're putting 10% in your pocket, and that's down here, we're not even talking about 30%, because if I'm getting you 30% more, then cut me in on half. Give me 15%. But that would seem like an outrageous commission to most people. So when you put it in that context, a 6% commission really actually makes you money if it's getting you 10% more, because you're netting that 4%. And that's the way we teach you to go about the for sale by owners, is helping meet these for sale by owners where they're coming from, understanding the psychology and what's going through their mind. And I've actually worked for sale by owner leads personally. This was actually one of the ways that I generated leads getting started. It's not something you have to do, but if it is something you're interested in, this will help you much greater understand the for sale by owner client and how to proposition them. Even if you don't get them signed right away, how you can have a follow-up strategy to ultimately get them to list the property with you if they can't get it sold on their own. That might involve helping them understanding the value and the pricing of the property, but the common denominator is understanding where they're coming from and being able to inject yourself into their situation, but doing it in a way that they're asking for it, essentially. Because you just go to them and say, hey, you need me. I could get you this much more. You need me. And you're just telling them that's not them asking you for business. So that's a big thing about our training. We train to how to get people to ask you for the business, so that way you don't have to as directly ask them. And also some kind of indirect ways that you could also ask for the business and be proactive on that side as well. We're greatly expanding this catalog to be able to be the most comprehensive real estate education and training platform in the entire world, not just Florida, but in the entire world. So at the $77 a month membership right here, you're locking yourself in to the entire catalog, the entire access, even as we continue to expand this. So that introductory offer is huge right now. You also get how renters become buyers. This is another great opportunity, especially if you're interested in working with first-time home buyers. But renters are not just first-time home buyers right now. They're also people that are waiting out interest rates, and they're choosing to rent before they settle down. And interest rates are a big influencer if someone is capable but not necessarily willing to purchase. But if you're looking to work with first-time home buyers, that they might actually be capable despite what they might think. They might just not know how. Or maybe there are some minor obstacles like credit repair or income verification and things like that where we can help put them on the road in the right track to be able to achieve that dream of home ownership. But also getting them to admit that it is their dream is going to help you out significantly. Because when you're there to service your clients and service what they want, not necessarily just service what you want. Of course, we want to come in and service what we want, but the way we get what we want, aka a commission, is servicing our clients and providing what they want. So extracting those wants and needs and desires is key. And you'll learn more about fact finding and all of these here, especially this open house essentials. This is another way you can set yourself apart, is by holding an open house that is multifaceted. Not just trying to accomplish the objective of getting that property sold, but also being a lead generation goldmine. How do you attract the most amount of people to this open house, and how do you actually capitalize on those connections when they walk in the door? And this is one of the best ways to really build up your real estate confidence, because it allows you to host a little bit of an event where you are the most knowledgeable real estate professional in the room. Unless there's another real estate agent in there, but chances are most people coming to an open house are not coming with a real estate agent. And what that might mean is that they're not represented. And if they're not represented, then you could represent them even if they don't buy the house that you're holding open. So that's why it could be a lead generation goldmine. So we got a lot more training that is on the books that we're going to be increasing this platform with. And again, with that pro membership that right now is introductory offer of only $77 a month, you'll have access to all of that. It's no long-term commitment, month to month. You can cancel anytime if you find like you're not finding value from the program. But our goal here is to help you turn this into an almost infinite return on your investment. Because when you start doing the math on how much these commissions can be, how much the referrals can be, it's mind-boggling. So one last plug for the career fair. That is this Saturday. If you've been thinking about signing up for a class or signing up for TSRE Plus, but you're not quite sure if real estate is for you, or you're not quite sure what you would do once you get your real estate license, the Florida Real Estate Career Fair is the event that you need to come to. If you have any questions, if you're having a hard time getting registered, anything you have questions about or need help with, reach out to us. The phone number is 813-333-2676. Again, that's 813-333-2676. That's about all the time that we have for today. We're going to be back on Friday for one more broadcast before the career fair this weekend on State of Real Estate. That is this Friday, 12 noon. So make sure you're tuned in. I hope to see you this Saturday at 12 noon at the career fair here in New Tampa at the headquarters location. If you've been one of my students online, I want to shake your hand. Like I said, the more hands you shake, the more money you make. So I'm trying to shake as many hands as I can. So come on down, shake my hand, shake the hands of the other instructors, the advisors, the recruiters, and the other attendees. Because the more hands you shake, the more money you make. So come on down this Saturday, shake some hands, make some connections, get some answers get some questions answered, get your eyes opened to the opportunities that are out there. Again, any questions at all, 813-333-2676. That's about all the time we've got for today. Thank you all for tuning in. We'll be back on Friday for State of Real Estate. Until then, have a fantastic rest of your week.